What's up, guys? This is Coach Matt with our Wednesday workout. Let's begin with with a single set of 25 jumping jacks. So just a little bit of springy activity for the feet. If you want to try jumping jacks where you're going, like doing some different things with your feet, that is totally fine. We try to emphasize elasticity and pliability of all of the tissue, especially from the knee down to the tippy toes, because that is one of the things that we lose a lot as we age, is that ability to be springy and reactive. So the more that you practice it in the warm up and take it serious in the warm up and be really bouncy and not slow and flat footed, the more that your tissues will retain the pliability and elasticity that is the youthful effect that we are going for from our training, okay? There's a little plug for some bouncing. All right, next one is a single leg deadlift to a long lunge step. So I'll start with my knee up high. This leg that's up, I'm gonna kick it back as far as I can, like I'm trying to push it through the wall behind me, and then in one motion, step up, lunge, and then other leg, kick it back, pull it up, lunge, and then other leg. So 5 reps on each side. Lateral bench step overs are next. You can keep this bench for the workout. The bench step over, another one, I want to get that knee above parallel. So we're really pulling with that hip flexor in the core, kicking that leg out to the side, and then planting and stepping over. So every time I'm clearing that bench by as much as I possibly can, getting that foot and leg and hip in as wide of a step as I can go when I step up and over. Next to the ground for seated hip swivels. So I'm gonna sit on the ground, pivoting both legs to the same direction. The bottom of my foot close to the top of my knee, knees at approximately 90 degrees, and I'm just going to swivel my hips to the opposite side, putting pressure on my feet the whole time. So make sure that I'm not letting my feet slide like this and kind of cheating that range of motion. Harder version is hands up, like so. A little bit easier when I plant my hands on the floor, and then a lot easier if I lean way back and do this, right? But either way, try to get as much range of motion, really challenge the internal and external rotation of the hips as you do that. And then our last one will be going to a bar and finding a spot to do some kips. 8 reps of a kip, so this is forward, reverse, shoulder blade movement. Really emphasize that. I want less thought on the hips when we do this and more on the shoulders, right? Okay, that's our warm up. Our workout is going to be 25 minutes or 5 rounds, whichever comes first. So if you hit the 25-minute mark and you're in the middle of round 5, you're done, we're stopping, okay? Row or bike for 2 minutes at a steady pace, all right? This is a moderate pace aerobic style workout. Then you're gonna have 2 heavy objects. Farmer's carries, right? I want the weight to keep it unbroken, but I don't want it so light that you're not really feeling the burn in the shoulders and the grip when you get to the end of it. And we're gonna do 2 laps around the room when we do this, right? So I'm just holding 2 heavy objects, setting my posture, keeping my chin tucked, I'm standing nice and tall, and just walking for 2 laps as we go through, all right? Next one, I'm gonna do a single leg step up with a very light heel tap. So a lot of times we will do a single leg heel tap from like a plate, and that is more for the collagen fibers and the cartilage and the joint of the knee, right? This one is actually a strength exercise for the leg because I want to get a lot more range of motion on it. I'm gonna give you a couple different options for it. So the full version would be a pistol if you want to do a pistol. The standard version that I'm going to say is the appropriate difficulty for most people is going to be just a deep heel tap. And that's what I will personally do because my hips and my ankles just do not like pistols anymore. For those of you guys that think I'm indestructible, I'm absolutely not. I'm 44 years old. I've taken enough wear and tear on my knees and my hips that the full range of motion pistol is just not one that agrees with me anymore. And possibly it never did. But anyway, so I'm standing on this bench. This is about 16 inches high. The squish of the bench gives me a little bit of an extra challenge because my feet are having to adapt to this unstable surface. If you do it on a box, it will be just a little bit easier. But I'm gonna reach my foot forward and down, just barely tap my heel and then push out of it. And we're doing 8 reps on each leg. Another option would be a single leg squat to a bench. So same thing, I'm sitting down, trying not to touch my foot, or just light foot contact on the ground where my driving leg does the majority of the work, but both feet are in contact with the ground, right? I would like to have just one foot in contact with the ground so that we are also training balance as well as strength when we do this, but get all 8 reps done on one side and then switch to the other side and do those other reps, okay? Last one is a press out Cossack squat. So this is a moving Cossack squat. Moderate weight here, so 15 to 25 pounds. The weight will actually help you because it pushes you into a better position when you do it. So press out just means I'm starting with it at my chest, and as I rotate and go down, I'm pressing it out in front of me and then pulling it back to my chest as I stand. So press out, all the way down, and back up, okay? Out and down, back up, out and down, back up, all right? 5 reps on each side for that press out Cossack squat. And again, 25 minutes or 5 rounds, whichever comes first. That is our workout for our Wednesday. I'll see you guys on Thursday.